When the snowpack cracked like thunder, Beverly Clean actually tried to quote the covenants at it. She screamed over the deep rolling roar, "I am the president of the Frost Pine Bluffs Owners Association. This is a designated celebration slope." Her sentence was swallowed by the sound. Up on the ridge, a white fracture line ripped across the loaded slope, and the entire face of the mountain started moving. 30 seconds earlier, Beverly had been bragging that our HOA could override alarmist avalanche bulletins. Now, she was watching several thousand tons of snow accelerate toward her party. I was already in my bright orange jacket, shouting, "Inside! Basements! Move now!" My name is Oliver Kane, structural engineer and part-time ski patroller. I moved to Frost Pine Bluffs because I loved the snow. I quickly learned the HOA president, Beverly Clean, was the self-appointed Empress of Snow. She loved the phrase "our slope," saying it like she had bought the mountain with a Nordstrom card. My crime was knowing things about snow she didn't. When I installed a simple blue and orange driveway marker, she knocked on my door. "Oliver, we don't do stakes here. It ruins the pristine snowfield look." She handed me a glossy packet of bylaws that discouraged roof rakes, claiming natural snow loads contribute to the alpine chalet aesthetic. Our continuous snow blanket was literally labeled a runout zone on the county map. When the season turned unstable, I quietly installed a low-profile snow fence and deflection berm on my property. 2 days later, I got a violation notice: unapproved earthworks on community slopes. Remove within 48 hours. I had never seen someone try to overrule gravity with a PDF. The disaster seed was planted when Beverly announced the first annual Frost Pine Fire and Snow Spectacular, featuring a fireworks display on the upper common slope. I raised my hand. You can't set off fireworks on a loaded north-facing slope during an active avalanche warning. That's not just dumb, it's dangerous. "Oliver," she cut in sharply. "I've consulted with our engineer." "Your engineer designs hot tubs," I said. "Not snowpacks." The fire marshal denied her permit. Too steep, too unstable. So Beverly did it anyway, moving the launch site even higher up the common area, right onto the convex roll, the worst possible spot. Her assistant posted an Instagram story with a caption, "Avalanche who #snowpack is my runway." I sent one last email to the HOA, carbon copying the county avalanche forecaster and the sheriff. Subject line: imminent risk from HOA fireworks on start zone. The sheriff actually called me back. "Is it really that bad?" "Let me put it this way," I said. "If you're coming up tonight, don't park in the cul-de-sac." By 7:30 p.m., the snow was glowing blue. The sheriff's truck pulled up just as Beverly, wrapped in white faux fur, lit the first fuse. The first fireworks cracked off, sending concussion waves through the surface layer of snow. Nothing happened. Beverly turned, triumphant. "See? Fabulous and safe." She lit more. A whole row went off. Thunk, thunk, thunk into the slab. A hush fell. Then the mountain whumped. A deep, hollow sound like someone hitting a drum the size of a house. A fracture line shot across the face of the slope. I grabbed the air horn and laid on it, then screamed, "Basements go." The sheriff yelled into his radio, "We've got a slide breaking." The snow began to move, slowly at first, then accelerating. Trees disappeared. A turbulent mass of white charged down the drainage. Beverly, standing dead center on the snowpack she had protected from my ugly fences, finally realized the mountain had not read her bylaws. She tried to run. The sheriff grabbed her and physically dragged her toward my side of the loop, toward the deflection berm I had built. The avalanche hit the lower slopes and fanned out, split crucially by the subtle earthworks along my property line. The main flow surged around my berm, deflecting away from the house cluster. It plowed into the celebration gazebo Beverly had insisted on building, turning it into toothpicks, and buried her front porch under 6 feet of consolidated airtight irony. Nobody died. No one even broke a bone. By sheer luck and a few shovels of proper snow science. When the snow settled, Beverly was the only person standing waist deep in the heaviest debris zone, shrieking, "This is common land. The avalanche will answer for this." Frost Pine Bluffs went from exclusive community to cautionary tale. The sheriff, the town, and the county avalanche center all launched investigations. I handed over the emails, the hazard maps, the denial from the fire marshal, and the party flyer. The local news ran the viral helmet cam footage where Beverly announced, "As HOA president, I overrule the avalanche bulletin. We create our own safety standards here." Within a week, Beverly was facing a stack of citations for illegal fireworks and reckless endangerment. Her defense, that this was a community decision, crumbled when every board member testified she had threatened them with fines. The judge, a former ski patroller, looked over his glasses at her. "Miss Clean, neither your title nor your aesthetic preferences exempt you from the laws of physics." The final tally came down hard. Beverly was ordered to pay $75,000 in fines for the illegal fireworks. The civil suits from the insurance company and the 3 homeowners cost her an additional $210,000 combined. That's $285,000 total. She also received a permanent restraining order from having any authority over safety, infrastructure, or emergency planning in the county. For a woman who lived to write guidelines, that was exile. When the judge read the final amount, Beverly's mouth opened and closed like a fish gasping on a dock. Finally, she choked out, "This is a witch hunt. I was protecting our property values." The judge simply replied, "You were protecting nothing but your own ego, Miss Clean." Court is adjourned.